Welcome guys, welcome to Cakap episode 4. Today we are going to dive in more about the haunted places in Malaysia and Singapore, and I'm going to give some insight of probably what I'm going to talk about next. So we're going to start off with our first thing. Today we are going to dive in more haunted places that I didn't actually talk about in my last episode. So last episode we talked about Karak Highway, Highland Tower, Amber Court, Genting Highlands, First World Hotel. Yeah, that is the place that I talk about. I also talk about like some places in Sabah, those Karak Highway routes and others, and Kilis Castles also. Yeah. So today we are going to take we're going to take a bit look at some other things such as the Mona Fendi story, her house, and we're going to take more look at the Villa Nabila and Hidung, and also Mima Land. So we're going to start off our first thing as Mona Fendi's house. Mona Fendi or Mona Fendi. She is a musician back in the 70s to the 80s. During the 80s, she started to, practice witchcraft. And she become like a fanatic of, shamanism in Malaysia. Yeah, and her house is technically the place that she actually conjures like most of the spirits and everything. By her death in somewhere in the late her mansion is actually called Villa Nabila, which many people reported seeing a girl in white, also popular from many people reported seeing this so-called white girl, smiling at them at night when actually we see. Fun fact about um Mona Fende is she actually died while actually hanging. She was sentenced to death after she killed a politician named Maslan Idris using black magic in 1993 because he wanted to become famous. He wanted to win an election or something, and in turn she closed him and cut just shut off his eyes in her house, and then her husband take an axe, just decapitated his head. Yeah, apparently he wasn't found like for some time, and then they later on found him during sometime in 1993, and then she was sentenced to death. During her trial, like after a trial and going towards a death sentence place, yeah, she was smiling the whole time. Her face is literally very creepy. You actually look at the face, it's so creepy. Her smile is just yeah, and her last word is "I will never die." It's something that is quite shocking. By the way, she died in 2001. Yeah, there is a death sentencing. So her house is somewhere in Shah Alam, which I would never suggest most of you to actually go to. The Arak Highway, we actually talk upon that. Now Mima Land is also a one of the best haunted places in Malaysia. Now Mima Land is used to be like a life-size dinosaur replica water slide park. It was eventually shut down in 1994. I doesn't really know when the date they first opened, but what I do know about Mima Land is after a death of a Singaporean tourist, the place was permanently closed off forever. Yeah, so this place was actually quite hi bloodies, what's up? Thank you so much for a look, by the way. Yeah, the place was actually pretty much just haunted by then. Because to be honest, there is many tourists that actually reported seeing like people screaming, shouting, and ghostly figures over there. So yeah, I talk about quite a lot. Oh yeah, and this one I want to talk about. The 99 Door Mansion, also known as the Byram Estate or the Caledonia House. This house, however, I did actually dig some history out of it. The 99 door house is actually a luxury residence for of a wealthy family. The the owner himself, John St. Maur Ramsden, was horrifically murdered in 1948. Even many caught trial, the killer was unidentified and the house was abandoned for over 50 years. But what I could tell you about this mansion is there is this famous witch doctor that actually took over the residence in this 50-year period time, and he performed some like black magic over there. So this place now, if you actually go there, it's just like creepy vibe. You know, you could hear some inhuman growl. Like that definitely doesn't look like human at all, but they just something like that. Many people says if you actually find the 100th door in this mansion, you will find hell in here, which is honestly quite strange. By the way, this place is actually in Penang, so if you guys want to go for Penang for haunted adventures, go find the 100 doors in the 99 door mansion. By the way, I think this place actually is like it's one room but with 6 doors, but there is a 100 door. Legend has it, no one knows. Anyhow, we're going to go over the Jalan Turi bungalow. The Jalan Turi bungalow was it's actually a scene of a brutal murder. 2 American kids of Indian origin, they were literally like domestic help. They were killed in the house by their security guard. Their bodies were dumped behind a septic tank. What is a septic tank? You might ask. Well, it's the the tank, the tanki for you guys to take shower off. Yeah, that kind of tank. So they're dumped inside the septic tank behind the house, and the motive of the murder is still unknown. But the bungalow is since demolished, and so that they could avoid any like so-called haunted sightings. Shamans was actually called over there, just to like siphon out those bad spirits. Yeah, but you can't really visit there. Another historical place I could tell you that is also haunted is the Penang War Museum. Now, the Penang War Museum is kind of a fortress, okay? During World War II, Japanese soldiers turned, their prisoner of war, okay, into like a campsite, and then they will torture like over like 100 prisoners, with samurai swords and a very graphic stuff. Well, the place is also actually having a name called the Ghost Hill, because you can definitely see like people shouting in the middle of the night. You can see people like Japanese soldier marching around in this museum. It's one of the most scariest places you could actually go to during the night, of course. But yeah, you could actually go here. By the way, the War Museum is in Penang. Allow Penang to be black. You guys could definitely go there to at night, just to experience ghosts howling. Yeah, but yeah, it's not actually a good joke to actually tell about people that die in war. There's their vengeful spirit just stands there, sometimes marching through the corridor. Yeah, really not a good sight to see, trust me. And now we're going to talk about the Shichong branch school. I don't really know about Chinese, but what I could tell is they call it Shizong Dongxiao. If I'm not wrong, I did some history. It's also in Penang, by the way. This place was actually built in the 1880s. It's a Chinese house used for like hotel back then, and then it was used during World War II, the Second World War. Yeah, it's used as a headquarters for the Japanese military. It was later turned into a school according to folklore. I don't know why, but yeah, to be honest, there's a lot of places in Malaysia that they will actually take like old rundown hospitals. Yeah, there's actually quite a lot, to be honest. They'll take like old rundown hospitals. They'll take around like rundown places. Okay, like most famous thing is my primary school. My primary school, I wouldn't tell you where is it, but during World War II, it used to be a fucking hospital. You know, for like war patients, and like 250 meters away from the school, there's a graveyard. Yeah, you guys probably get a vibe for there. And back when I was like standard 1, they said that if you are like standard 6 or standard 4 to 6, there's so-called camping. You could camp at the school, but never go to the toilet after 12 because you know, you hear men in the classroom area crying, sobbing, yelling, moaning from the pain. Yeah, that probably was the soldiers. Yeah, they're just like reliving their cursed moments. And the teacher will normally like tell you not to look at any of those so-called painting in the schools because the eyes might stare at you or something. Yeah, that's my high school for you guys. Yeah, no, my primary school, not my high school, my middle school. Yeah, so it's also like this 十种功效. Yeah, 功效. It was turned into a school, but many people were actually tortured there and executed on the grounds. You know, the soul just never leaves. And yeah, now it's just a abandoned, decrepit place, no full of grass. There's sometimes in night you hear like man howling, not werewolf. Yeah, by the way, this place is in Georgetown, Penang. You guys could definitely go to Georgetown and find about this place. Which I will not try because I don't really like to, you know, go alone. Unless you guys want to, you know, camp around with me, then I'm okay with it. Well, apparently I'm looking for quite a lot of places for, you know, me to talk to. By the way, I also miss on my last episode. I also miss about spookiest place in Langkawi specifically. Well, turns out Langkawi also have some haunted spots, like famous the Lonely Mountain, which is secretly the island most famous spot, but it's somewhat haunted because at Gunung Raya, one of the tallest mountains of Langkawi Island, there's a very striking and abandoned, haunted hotel on top of the mountain. Well, it's a hotel called the Coconut Hill Resort. It was permanently closed down in 2019 and fell into, you know, disrepair. The hotel was unsustainable, partly due to its remote location, so people can't really go there to fix anything. Yeah, but to be honest, it has really good views. The mountain approximately top, if you want to drive there from Shenang, it'll take you around like 41 minutes, and if you're actually from Kwa, then it will take you like 29 minutes, which is actually quite a long time, to be honest. I don't want to even go towards there. It's one of the best landscape, but the reason for closure is most likely because of its so-called haunted. You know, you see like the Kuntiana everywhere. Yeah. Now the hotel is somewhat surrounded by tall grass. You know, you see this tall tower on this weird mountain, and then you'll be like, wait, is that like a prison? Yeah, because it kind of looks like a prison or something. Can't really tell. So now we're not going to talk about Malaysia. We can talk about someplace else, which is Singapore. Actually, Singapore has quite a lot of so-called haunted places. Yeah, one thing I could tell you is the Pasir Ris Red House. The Pasir Ris Red House was a shelter, nursery, and shelter for children. During the Japanese occupation from 1942 to 1945, well, massacres happened here, and the teachers and so-called students were all burned alive. So yeah, the house was now left abandoned. And there's also another case of a man and his wife were, murdered here. The children then hanged himself. Okay, the spirits still reside in the house under a big old tree. Normally, this place, story behind this is a situation in the former fish English of Kampong Loyang. The house is built in 1938. The first owner is Sir Percy McNeice, a British civil servant, and his wife, a Chinese woman, also known as Lady McNeice. In the late 40s, Sir Percy was one of the contributing house of family planning and social welfare in Singapore. Wow, you guys are really lucky. So this house was actually a shelter and a nursery place for children. But during World War II, like Japanese occupations, well, everything fell apart. Yeah. Now, the house was sold to someone named Tang, and the owner of the department store shortly after the it was mysteriously abandoned and remains derelict for many decades, and now become a thrill-seeking spot for ghost hunters. Just to hear children screams. Yeah, that is actually a very good thing though. Oh yeah, I heard about this story. This one is called the Woodlung LRT. It's haunted because commuters saw some white figure on the train whiz past the station from Serangoon to Potong Pasir, which when it was close to the public, yeah. When Serangoon towards Potong Pasir, when these two places were actually close to the public, you go through the station, yeah, you could actually see some white figure on the platform. That is probably like quite scary. Yeah, the Woodland LRT, what I heard of it is you definitely see people on the platform. I heard it, okay. I go and just like watch around because I can't really keep everything in my notes. My notes are full, mostly on Malaysia stuff. But yeah, the story behind this, now I'm actually reading it from an article, so why not? Well, the Woodland LRT station was actually built in 2003, but stayed closed and deserted until 2011. The area was built on the old Bidadari Cemetery. Wow. A area where 147,000 graves were exhumed to make space for development for 18 acres of land. It once was Singapore's largest gravesite in a space scarce Singapore. Well, it isn't unusual to actually see ghosts in this type of place when you actually mention like gravesite that actually have more than 100k motherfuckers in there. Yeah, it's just it's probably expected when you build like a LRT station on train tracks. But yeah, one more thing I want to touch up about is Pudu, mainly Pudu Jail. So I think most of you heard of Lala Port. It's a very famous shopping center in KL, mainly the Bukit Bintang city central area. As we KL people normally call it, is the BBCC area. There's this mall that's called Lala Port, but what I like to call it is the Pudu Jail Mall. Because Pudu Jail was actually built during the British occupation, for inmates. Mainly like murder, thievery, people that are unwell, insane, whatever. Well, it used to hold, it could actually hold like up to 6,000 inmates, but the number quickly like skyrocketed. In the late 80s, so until the early 90s, there was actually a relocation plan for all of the inmates, so that they could actually like build the area, so that when insane convicts actually like break out of the jail, they don't go out to the streets, murder everyone, and take their kids, like assimilate themselves back into society, that kind of shit. So yeah, they somewhat like just relocate all of them. All 6,550. But keep in mind that Pudu Jail is known for some various so-called experiments and death sentence, mainly hanging and electrocution. So there's some security guard reports and tourist reports that stated that you could hear screams, people singing in the bathrooms. The man bathroom. Yeah, you could hear people singing in the man's bathroom. Doors that open like unintentionally, like sliding door that detects something that open. Yeah, there's no one there and the sliding door just open, close, open, close, open, close. Yeah, that's quite strange and it was expected. I did been to Lala Pot before. I'll just say this. Lala Pot as of today, it looks like it's abandoned for a long time or something, okay? I know it's just like recent years that it just opened, but seriously though, Lala Pot literally looked like some abandoned place. So yeah, I don't really... I will definitely say that because there's a lot like famous inmates in there, famous offenders in there. So the place is partially like fucking haunted, If you are like a good, thrill seeker, ghost hunter, whatever shit it is, just dive inside there, and then you definitely could see like I don't know, pocong, or maybe you hear people screaming, screaming, shouting, crying. People like reliving their last words on the electric chair, like something like that. Yeah, that's probably what will you hear. Yeah, that's what you will definitely hear. Over there. Yeah, it's mostly like there are not much ghost sightings, but what I would say is there's quite a lot of noises. Howling, faint voice. Yeah, there's something like that over there. Quite strange to be honest. And now we're going to Lakeview. Hillview mentioned I didn't actually did a research about it. I never actually heard of this, but let's go with it. So Hillview Mansion in Singapore. It was haunted. There's a tons of conspiracy theories behind this haunted estate. One of them is the mistress who used to stay in the house. The story behind it is she died from a fall of the unfinished balcony while she was, viewing the construction progress. Over the years, who wandered into the property may have claimed to hear sounds of a lady weeping at night. The mansion was demolished in 2006. Man, I wish I was there. Jesus. But a landslide hit the area at the same year. Stabilization works were attempted, but another landslide will hit in the same year, burying parts of the Hillview Mansion. Okay, this place is located in Bukit Batok. By the way, Bukit Batok has a so-called park that is quite mysterious. During the 1980s, there's a murder case of a so-called model. We'll just call her a university student, and the murder was never found. So probably like a few years, like 20 years apart later, was also having the same series of murders. Woman was stabbed to death, and the murders were never found because they say that the Bukit Batok, this so-called park, is a kind of a mystery. To be honest, I have no idea how to say about it, but I heard of such stories, so I just straight up. Okay, now we'll go to a more famous Singaporean haunted place called the Matilda House. Wait, let me drink some water. Try Jesus. Okay, Matilda House. No one actually knows, but there were rumors that there was a lady with long hair in the trees surrounding the area. And some of the workers said that she died while working at Matilda's house. Well, Matilda House was built in 1902 by Irish lawyer Alexander Chase Cashin for his wife, and his wife is called Matilda, by the way. So yeah, Alexander was building this house for his wife, and was named after his mother. Oh fuck. So yeah. Okay, Matilda was named after mother, giving out to the wife. Not bad. The house stayed in the house stayed in the Cashin family for a while until it was left abandoned before the government acquired it. The legend has it that the house refused to be demolished. The stories of saying of unexplained force would always get into the way of tearing the house down, and any major renovations. At the end of the day, Matilda House was incorporated into a clubhouse and a private private condominium in Punggol. But one thing I will say is Matilda House, yes, is now actually a so-called clubhouse in some condominium area, and if you are actually want to really find ghosts, you could actually go there by night time, mainly 12 o'clock. You'll not see anyone like really in the house or anything. You'll not see any spirits, but one thing is certain is all the lights are on for some reason, so that there will be no ghosts, because the ghosts hate light for some reason. You're in Malaysia, the Chinese full country. So yeah, all the lights are on, and they are literally like, if there is one light off, they'll immediately fix it immediately. They'll just replace it so that those so-called haunting spirits doesn't come back. And apparently no one really knows this old decrepit clubhouse, more than 100 years ago, why you still stand here in our fucking condominium. Yeah. But now this place is used as a so-called banquet and anything. If you guys want to, visit there, go ahead. But the old lady, the so-called weeping woman, would never be found. Unless there's one light that is off, well, she normally spawn in the room lah. Yishun. Yishun is Yishun Dam. Yishun is a very famous area. I heard so many things about Yishun. Okay, Yishun is a very famous area. If you guys go to Singapore, you guys want me to name some Singaporean city? Wait, Woodland, yeah, Ang Mo Kio, Geylang Baru, Geylang Jibai. Okay, Yishun is actually quite famous. Mainly for many horrific stories at this place, and a story about a headless ghost and a faceless lady with long hair. So the story behind this, well, it was a great place to chill with friends at the night, but the area once have a massive beheading during the Japanese occupation. Yeah, that's why there's a lot of headless ghosts. By the way, now when this place mentioned about Yishun Dam, I searched around the picture. There is a beach near here, like a beach area, Satan. Yeah, you guys could actually go there, But when night times come, just get the fuck out. Yeah, get the fuck out super fast. Because you don't want to see like Japanese marching on the beach. And you could hear people, getting shot. And then you see some headless man asking you, "Hey, do you know where's my head?" And then some faceless lady, walking up to you. "You see my face? I don't know where the fuck's my face, bitch." Yeah. Really enough. Yeah, this place is very famous. You can get there by public transport. Just take a bus 103 and 117. Yeah. Jalan Mempurong. Jalan Mempurong. Jalan Mempurong, I doesn't really take much. Yeah, Lim Chu Kang Road. This one I actually know some story behind it. So Lim Chu Kang Road, if you guys go to Singapore, you guys been through this so-called there's actually this one bus that will actually take you on Lim Chu Kang Road at night. So Lim Chu Kang Road is famous for people mysteriously, the bus will actually stop at a random bus stop. And you wait there for like, the last bus that normally go through Lim Chu Kang Road. Okay. They'll normally like go into Lim Chu Kang Road and then they'll stop in this one bus station for I don't know how long. And then sometimes there'll be this lady in white taking her so-called bag, boarding the bus, or maybe bus driver has reported after they've been through this road, they go back into the station, those double-decker bus, and then they see on the CCTV there's some guy in the back seat of the second deck. When you go upstairs to check, there's nobody there. But no, when you look at CCTV again, there is somebody over there. Oh, that's actually quite strange, Yeah, because it said that there's a lot of cemetery nearby. There's a huge cemetery nearby. So yeah, the place is quite haunted. And by the way, the Lim Chu Kang Cemetery, right? You go there at night, just don't, because if you smell something like flower smells, yeah, just run, just get the fuck out immediately. By the way, though, that Lim Chu Kang Cemetery is also well known for. At night, especially in the middle of the cemetery, you hear people singing. Like they'll sing very old songs, and you'll be like, "Yeah, I'm in the middle of cemetery. Why the fuck am I listening to somebody singing in the middle of cemetery? Jesus Christ!" Yeah. However, what they say behind behind this so-called hauntings is, back in 2016, there's a brutal murder actually taken place in Lim Chu Kang Road, but that's nowhere. And the female body was never found. Only clumps of hair, fabric and burn marks have been discovered, and her body was never found. So yeah. But this road is mostly deserted at night. Just don't go there. Yeah, taxis has previously taken up passengers from this road. By the way, if you suddenly spawn out into Lim Chu Kang Road, you flag down a taxi, they might not even give a shit about you because they doesn't want to really, pick you up. By the way, yeah, because they might mistake you for random ghosts. Yeah, and this place is actually quite haunted, to be honest. Yeah, Lim Chu Kang Road is actually very haunted. You want to go there for adventures, seeing ghosts, ask you, hey, can you, fetch me to I don't know, Sungai Gedong, or maybe Emakeng, can you fetch me there? Yeah, just don't do it. Spooner Road. I heard things about Spooner Road, by the way. So Spooner Road is a so-called flat apartment place in I forgot where. Oh yeah, it's in Kampong Bahru. It's quite accessible in where the fuck is Spooner Road again? I read about this place before, but it was quite a long time. Spooner Road. Yeah. So Spooner Road, there is some flats over there. But one thing is certain is these flats are 90% abandoned. Like the first floor, maybe some people will live there. But in the top floor, nobody will even live there. I actually seen an episode of Sneaky Sushi where he actually went, crack on those door and try to find some spirits over there. But yeah. And there's this one house in specific that there is a man that actually lived there. He said that he's actually quite spooked out. Because even in the day, he could hear like a faint voices. He could see shadows in the house moving or something like that. By the way, this entire complex was actually called the HDB block at the Spooner Road, some of the oldest places in Singapore. A few blocks were actually built in the mid-70s, used to as a former quarters for house personnel like staff, families, everything. Now it's a defunct, and now it's just a defunct part of Tanjong Pagar's railway station. The flats were left empty for years when operation ceased at the railway station, but are used for rental apartments and lower income residents. But many stories of so-called 鬼啊还存在这些地方啊，都劝你们还是不要去咯，我到个你的呀了。So that's basically parts that I know about Singapore. If I miss any part, please tell me. I might do a part 3 about it. Okay, now let's go for another thing that I want to actually share in the podcast. So okay, I've returned. Apparently my internet somewhat died. That's quite good actually. Cute, to be honest. Okay, let's go back again to what I'm going to say. Now I'm going to talk about some geography, mainly geography about Malaysia. So I think most of you probably doesn't know that Malaysia actually have volcano clusters. What I meant by is so I want to tell you guys that Malaysia indeed have volcano clusters. I meant by the specific so-called Mount Bombalai. It's a part of volcanic clusters in Malaysia. Mount Bombalai, to be specific, is a string of around like 5 cinder cones. They are actually kind of pyroclastic volcanoes holes that might erupt in I don't know the near future, but relax, it's not going to be like some devastating Yellowstone eruption. Normally one is going to erupt and one's not going to erupt. So Mount Bombalai actually sits on a so-called volcanic cluster of wait, let me just put on a map so that it's actually more easier for me to see. Ah, great, my internet is slow again. What are the fucking odds? You guys with me? Good. Okay, so the Tower Hill parts. We have the infamous Bombalai Hills, which is actually this kind of the south of so north of Tawau around 10 kilometers, you probably see a hill. It's actually a quite of a huge hill. It's called the Bombalai Hills. It's actually very famous jungle trekking location. But as you actually descend upon the mountains, you actually see some black rocks. Let me tell you something. Those rocks are actually called basalt. Okay, there used to be a explosion happening around like more than 35,000 years ago or something, maybe 5,000 years ago. They actually created this cluster of so-called volcanoes. So Bombalai Hill actually technically sits on this place, to say the least. And it's a string of a so-called volcanic cluster among this place. One of the most famous one, yeah, Bombalai is probably the most closest towards Tawau. The entire Tawau Hills area is technically a wait, can I actually see something? I cannot. Yeah, now I can see. Okay, very good. So the Bombalai, the so-called Bombalai Hills is actually considered a small cinder cone, but there's actually a more larger cinder cone on its east side. There is actually currently closed off because they kind of detected, there's some tectonic activities around here. It's also very near towards the HR Ulu Kalumpang over there. Because yeah, this part of the entire Tawau Hill Park, there's a series of volcano clusters. If I'm not wrong, there's total 5 volcano clusters here. One is the Bald Hills, and then if I'm not wrong, oh, this one's close. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, Bald Hills is probably one of the also many smaller volcanoes around this area. And there's really nothing much. So this entire cluster of 5 strings of volcano kind of actually relates towards the Strait of Sulu, all the way towards Mount Malindang. Yeah, this is probably one of the strait of cluster towards Mount Malindang over here. It's actually this entire place, why there's even island forming, is because of so-called things called tectonic plates. So the tectonic plates, apparently these are so-called small string of tectonic plates were actually kind of submerging within each other. That's why Tawau will suddenly have a volcano, you know. And let me tell you one thing. No, Mount Kinabalu is not a volcano, but it's one of the tallest mountains because of so-called, you know, tectonic that's shifting against each other. What they will create is they will create a tall mountain. Now, why I will say that Mount Kinabalu would not likely to explode or not likely to erupt is because there's too many rocks. Unless there's a huge earthquake, maybe 7 point something. Okay, the shift magma that blasts magma upwards, which is not gonna work 100%. So I think most of you probably doesn't know also that Malaysia used to have an impact crater. The impact crater is actually in Bukit Punu. Okay, my internet is quite slow, I can't really do anything. So Bukit Punu is most likely in the straits of the Ipoh area. It's quite close towards Taiping, actually quite far away from Taiping, but you get the point, it's quite near towards Taiping anyways. It's one of the straits, it's actually a huge crater impact that was created like during the early human era, the so-called like 75,000 years ago. That is a small huge asteroid, quite huge actually, landed in this area and created a huge crater. Now it was said that Malaysia was considered as one of the most ancestral place of first dated human history ever. You know, the first human settlers, you know, from Africa, you know, kind of actually land down in Malaysia first as Aboriginal tribes. When they actually first landed here, they kind of because there's actually datings of so-called Iron Age and Stone Age tools used in this area, especially in Bukit Punu. But because one asteroid that hits here, it kind of like kill off everyone else. That's why there's only fossils in Perak. I think if you guys actually, you know, study sejarah and everything, you guys could definitely see this. So yeah. Now Bukit Punu actually sits in the so-called Banjaran Titiwangsa, an entire tectonic plates formed by the Indian plate submerging into the Pacific, into the Eurasian plate. So yeah, the so-called Eurasian plate is you know, we are actually on the Eurasian plate, by the way. So yeah, and if you're actually living in Kuala Lumpur, Perak, Penang, Malacca, basically the entire East Malaysia, you guys think that, hey, you know, except for Krakatoa, probably will hit Singapore first and we will not probably die. Well, I have sad news for you because we live literally closest to the second largest, the first largest volcano in the entire world. Well, let me tell you something. Lake Toba in Indonesia, that place entirely is an entire caldera. It's one of the largest volcano in the world. I mean, you compare Lake Toba towards Singapore. Yeah, Singapore could definitely fit into Lake Toba at this point. Singapore could just fit on the island of Lake Toba. I mean, the entire volcano island, the entire so-called volcano island of Panguran over there. Yeah, it just like fit perfectly into there, and there's like a huge space left. That is actually quite funny. By the way, Lake Toba is a super volcano. It has a volcano explosivity index of 8, the highest on the scale. Yellowstone, by the way, is just 7, so I think you guys know how big it is. By the way, it erupted. The last eruption was actually quite recent in the geography, the geology scale. It's just 72,000 years. Yeah, the one that wiped out like early humans and plunged all of us into Ice Age. Quite cute, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, now the entirety of the Toba volcano is actually a huge caldera. It's so huge, I think Negeri Sembilan and Great, my internet is back and it's not so dead. Probably have to keep this place open so that I can check whether or not my stream really crashed or not. Because this shit is actually fucking ridiculous, man. By the way, back to my topic. So we're currently looking at I'm currently looking at the Sumatra area and the Jawa area. So Jawa Barat sana kan, di orang ada satu volcano nih panggil Krakatoa. So Krakatoa ini kan dia sebenarnya gunung api yang paling besar, tapi habis sudah meletup kan, dia memang tenggelam lah dalam lautan. Tapi jangan ingat, kalau ini volcanonya sudah tenggelam dalam lautan, dia akan meletup lagi nih. Kalau dia meletup, tsunami-nya besar punya. Yeah, basically something like this. So let's not mess around with the Krakatoa because although it's like a undersea volcano, it's huge. It's fucking huge. I mean, if it ever explode again, yeah, probably Jawa Timur sana kan, itu Panten sana kan, dengan itu mana Banda Lampung sana memang akan kena punya. By the way, Indonesian, like the Sumatra or the south side of Sumatra, I see there's actually a lot of volcanoes, but some of them is considered as a dead volcano. Extinct volcano. Not Lake Toba, that shit is huge, man. Yeah, Sumatra, basically the entire strip of Sumatra, like Banten, Bandung, West Jawa sana, Jawa Utara, Jawa Barat, East Jawa sana, dengan Surabaya memang, yeah, the entire strip is actually full of volcano, thanks to the Australian plate, by the way. Indonesia, basically like the entire Java strip, like because it's actually entire tectonic. Indonesia itself until like Papua New Guinea, but the east part, the West Papua over there, yeah, it's entirely like full of volcanoes, including the Philippines. Like the Philippines also have like a very famous volcano. Okay, let me find it. So Manila sits here. By the way, Manila is here. Oh yeah, kind of south of Manila, near the city of Calamba. I think you guys will see a lake called San Nicolas, and there's a couple of volcanoes here. It's actually the Taal volcano, or Lake Taal, you guys will say. So let me tell you one thing, Lake Taal is huge. Also, the thing used to be a huge super volcano back in the days, but now it's just like a normal, there's only one island that actually have a several volcano like popping up in the middle. Yeah, that place is actually huge caldera, by the way. Don't be confused that it's like a crater, impact crater. No, it's not impact crater. It's a huge super volcano. If that shit ever explode, like the Taal has a VI of a 7, it's dangerous enough to literally wipe out Manila. If it just like fully explode once again, yeah, I think they'll have a huge tsunami towards the entire island strip that's actually south of it. Okay, so we talk actually another place, but this one is an extincted volcano. It's near the Hainan over there. It's not directly in Macau, however. Although it's actually quite close to Macau. This one is a extincted volcano. Now the only remains of it is a caldera. That place is in China. It's called Hong Kong. Now I think most of you guys know that Hong Kong is you know, huge like a Kappa Deposio Island. Let me tell you guys something. The entire place used to be a volcano cluster. I mean a huge volcano cluster. So the Hong Kong used to be under the so-called Appalachian Plate, the Pacific Plate once, many millions years ago, but it used to erupt. But I think you guys actually seen this so-called pillar-like rock formation in Hong Kong, which you could find it like literally everywhere. Yeah, that's a sign that actually you live in a giant fucking caldera. Yeah, Hong Kong actually live in a huge caldera, by the way. You guys are Hong Kongers. Oh, we doesn't have a volcanic history. Let me give you a big tip. So Hong Kong itself is within a 3 caldera within one size of caldera. But unfortunately, the volcano is long extinct. Now the entire thing is sunken, and you see the size of your entire place. You can see a lot of mountains. You know, some that sink, some that actually form a ring around you. That's how big your entire volcano is, by the way. Taiwan, I don't think so. Oh yeah, China actually have a very weird volcano, by the way. Okay, my stream is literally lagging. My stream is literally lagging. Yeah, my stream is literally lagging. I don't know why though, but my stream is literally lagging. I think it's a good way to actually end my stream because I hate lagging so much for quite some time. And okay, I think it's gonna die soon. So yeah, I probably like rate someone else and call it a day. Besides, I only just started talking geography for a while, and my stream is going crazy. Yeah, quite insane to be honest. I want to talk more about volcanoes, but I can't. Unless I could talk about Mount Changbai. Mount Changbai is actually is actually in the borders of North Korea, the north side of North Korea and China. Changbai is a very strange volcano, however. It does erupt. It's actually an active volcano, but it doesn't actually aligns with the so-called Pacific Plate. The Pacific Plate, however, it actually like surrounds Japan. Japan is technically on the Pacific Plate itself, but I can't tell. But Changbai itself is not really on the Pacific Plate. It's just like a oddity in middle of nowhere. So it's very hard to actually say that why this volcano actually formed, but no one knows. But Changbai is actually a very good scene if you actually want to take photography of the entire volcano. Just doesn't go too far actually, unless you want to, you know, trespass into North Korea. Yeah, it's also a very hard place to go to. That's why there's very few researchers that actually ever like dig any history about Changbai's volcano. Like the Changbai mountain is entirely a volcano. That place is so hard to go to because there's too many mountains and it's like so remote. Yeah. Anyhow guys, I think I'm just gonna end it on today. Since my internet sucks for some reason. I can't continue on smoothly and now my stream is lagging. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Let's find some sad little peoples to write. I think I can find this idol. That's a good idea. Man, my internet sucks. 700 man. Fucking 700 man. Alright, guys, we're gonna rate this little idol group. By the way, yeah, I'll see you guys probably like next week, probably on a Saturday or something, or maybe on a Friday, or maybe on a Wednesday, depends though. Anyhow, though, yeah, thank you so much for coming to us Cakap lah and listen to me, Cakap lah kan. And I hope you guys have like a very good day tomorrow or whatever is it. I'm probably not free tomorrow, that's why I do it today. Oh yeah, by the way, next episode I'm probably going to deep dive into more geography stuff. I hope you guys want to, hang around or something. And if you guys want to watch the streams and everything, you guys could actually go to YouTube. I share most of my shit on YouTube, by the way. Anyhow, I'll see you guys probably the other times. Adios. Peace.
And trust is already there.